It's fully justified. There is great power in the letting go, in expelling all this heat roiling inside me, screaming for release. In Santeria terms, it's called a despojo. My mother used to make me take off my clothes. Then she'd rub meat, cube steak, because it was cheap, all over my body, mumbling Yoruba words, praying to Chango to save me from the violence of men because Jesus wasn't man enough. My rape was foretold by some santero who shook his shells, rattled his beads, burned his incense, blew his cigar smoke and Bacardi breath all over me. Congas and bongos were beaten. A chicken was sacrificed. I was given a sip of its blood. These are the extremes frightened poor people wring their wet rag minds through until ripped dry. Any distraction to avoid the inevitable. Placebo is a wonder drug. This is how the powerless try to usurp the throne of reason with habitual ritual and zombie-like obeisance, thinking they can determine their own agency. And so now, I strip without the tease, right down to my marrow, and rub myself all over you. But then, I suffer from exhibitionist remorse, what with my bones bare and all, skinless, sinless, naked and porous, my ribs jangling, my scapula dangling, my sacrum detaching from each ilium, for your radiograph idiophone mind to play like a xylophone. And that remorse of mine, or maybe it's just embarrassment, lasts for a little while, until I realize it is too late to worry about. So I say fuck it. Though the twinge of regret never fully dissipates into the ether, it always stains me like a smear of lipstick on a favorite white linen dress, except I don't wear white linen, because I know I'll only wrinkle and dirty it. Yet, honest is the only way I can be, even when I reek of insecurity, even if it makes me look desperate, so ravenous. An older man, I was always with older men, told me long ago I was too beautiful to be solicitous of others, that women like me shouldn't be, that I should be aloof, give less, care less, because it makes me look like damaged goods. Fuck you, was my response. I am damaged goods. Check under my hair. You'll see the stamp of the beast on me, but instead of 666, I'm marked irregular. I'm a bargain basement treasure. And then I sang out, oh, Leslie Gord. It's my libido and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. And I have never stopped singing that tune, even knowing as I do that it is fingernails on a chalkboard grating to men like you. It's the opposite of a siren song, but you're Odysseus, so you're bound to resist either way. And I test, and I test, and I test your patience to see at what point your balloon heart will pop. And to be fair, your patience wasn't really busted. You remain the same, but mine did. I'm sick of myself. I need to clean my own clock, swab my decks with a supersonic mop, because no one else can or will. It's like when I was a little kid in first grade. I used to correct all my own test papers, give myself a low mark in big, bold red ink. Sister Mary Pius would whack me with her yardstick for that shit. For the crime of being independent, proud, and audacious. But I took the whacks because I had to do it, and I kept on doing it, and kept getting whacked for it, destroying her ego and trying to kill mine. But I only wound up fortifying it. Why do I always try to destroy the love? To make people dare prove that they care? Maybe because it's the only way to get down and dirty to the prime and primal, to the indivisible, indivisible, to finally exist in the present moment, cut off from the past and the future. We are innocent. We cannot at that instant be anything but what we are. All progress implies duration. At this instant, we should be such as we are, loved. To isolate a moment in this way implies pardon, forgiveness for that desire for desires. The yearning for yearning destroys the object, makes the third dimension a flat line. Such isolation is detachment. There are only two instances of perfect nudity and purity in human life: birth and death. It is only when newly born or on our deathbed that we can truly love in human form without sullying the divinity. Death, an instantaneous state without past or future, indispensable for entering eternity. I want to be the ever in your four. I want you to rend me limb from limb, bare-knuckled, crushed my Sparta to dust, erase me with your thumbprints. Then, piece me back together again, in your image, in order that the love may penetrate as far down as it can. Nature has to undergo the ultimate violence: Job, the cross, Hurricane Maria. Destruction is opportunity's recreation, the mud pies of Adam's creation. All wet, red-clayed wand, mold my Play-Doh into pink moons and yellow stars. Sculpt me until I'm magically delicious, like you are. Then form my Lady Lazarus lips and give me a kiss to rebuild a dream on.